It's done. That's done. Alrighty. Been a pretty good day. Been pretty good. There was one bit of a annoying thing. I realised I got these new microphones, so I can go out and record with out and about. And sure enough, because my phone's about 10 years old, none of the hardware works on it. So I had to go out today, went to Cash Converters, and got a new cheap phone. And everything works fine and dandy now. Now my cameras work, my gimbal works, my mics work. Happy days. How are you, MJ? Been having a good day, my friend? So yeah. Had to spend some money at old Cash Converters. Oh, nearly made a mess. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's one of those Oppos. So, does the job. Yeah, no, she's good. Still haven't taken the little sticker off it. But now I can use my equipment. So I'm happy. Look at the size of the camera on these things, mate. They just get bigger and bigger, don't they? What kind of phone do you use? You an Android man? Apple man? Oppo. See? Good quality phones, they last a good long while. The other phone I had, listen, it's pretty good still. Like, everything works pretty well, and use an iPhone. Yeah. Do they go obsolete pretty quick? Because, you know, like, I remember when I had an iPhone, they tried to phase it out so fast. Well, this phone I've been using, it's like 10 years old. So I'm hoping this one lasts about 10 years too. It's pretty good. Got it for a few hundred. It's usually about a 900, so I was happy to save some money. Can't complain when you get a good deal. That's for sure. How's studies been? Been good? Interesting. Oh, 6 years is not bad for an iPhone. I'd be pretty happy with that. I heard they go pretty quick. So 6 years is not too bad. Oppos are like a weird brand that nobody knows about, but they just keep going and going and going. So I was a bit funny on it at first, and then when I got it, I was like, man, she's been lasting me a long while. That's good. I'm glad you're studying up, my friend. You've got to do it. Get the shit out the way nice and early. That's it. You'd rather work hard when you're young and relax a bit when you're later. When you're a bit older later. I think that's the right way to go about it. You don't want it to say on the old gravestone, wasted potential, you know? Oppo was popular in Saudi Arabia. Many people use it. True. I couldn't agree more with that. Certainly does the job. Especially for what I do. I'm going to be doing some more walk and talks. But the other camera I had was just crap, and when I was walking around it was too bouncy, so it was always up my nose, you could see, and it wasn't very pleasant. Crap quality. Now I got a good mic. So it shouldn't, the wind shouldn't get in the way, the loud noises shouldn't get in the way. So I'll be looking forward to doing that again, walking around, talking away, just rambling on and on and on. Oh, everyone's a bit sick down here, that's just my son. I think I caught it from a student of mine or down at the gym somewhere. It's just a cold. But he's a bit immunocompromised, so he catches it a bit more than well, he cops it worse, so. He'll be right. He'll be okay. Appreciate that though. There's nothing to be sorry for, man. It's just the 6th season here. I don't know, is Saudi in the northern hemisphere? Because maybe it's just probably coming springtime for you then, if it is. But otherwise for us, it's just starting to get cold now. You know, winter's not far off. So everyone's coughing again. Everyone's getting sick again, slowly but surely as it gets colder and colder. So it's nothing to worry about. Yep. That's good. What do? You know, you can't avoid it when you go out, when you work with people, when you go to the gym. So I want to build a gym at my own house, you know. Eventually I want to save up for one of them. I'll miss all my gym bros, but I won't miss all the sick people. I'll tell you a quick story then about this guy, Bad Boy Bubby. That's what I call him. He's this disgusting dude at the gym. He's always like I thought something was wrong with him. I thought he was fully retarded. But it turns out there's just something wrong with him in particular. So he's only like semi-retarded. But what he does is, man, he's always like blowing his nose. Like, you know, like a football player, the way they blow their snot all over the field. He does that, right? And he does this weird thing where, like, he does that. He snorts a lot. And then after he does a set, he'll do a lap at the gym. And he'll be on his phone. And he takes a few steps and he grabs his bits. It's very hard to explain. But he sort of cocks his leg up like a dog and then readjusts his balls all the time and plays with his dick. So, yeah, I really thought he was just a full-on retard, but I think there's just something else wrong with him. So it's people like that when they go to the gym. It puts me off going, you know. It's guys like that. When I see him, you should see, because they've got the spray and wipe to wipe everything down. I fucking wipe everything down like 3 times as much as a normal person. Like, why are you doing that? I'm like, oh, there's just a certain guy in here. No siree. Fuck that. Yeah. Like the first time I saw him, he was on a treadmill walking. And I honestly thought, I was like, man, even this guy, I thought he slept with a prostitute. That's what I honestly thought when I first saw him. I was like, no one touches their dick that much, man. Like, oh my God. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it is gross, Clayton. It is. It's very gross. What are you laughing at in there, Rudy? Are you laughing in there? Yeah, he's non-stop. I couldn't believe when he spoke and because I thought he had a carer with him. But it turns out he has a friend, and he spoke completely like normal. I was like, whoa. That blew me away. I really thought, yeah. My God, so yeah. Some people, he's not a gym bro. He's like, he's something else. He's something to avoid. Wraps in 2 thick blankets, shivering. Are you freezing cold, are you? How's it going, Sklo? You alright? Yeah, you can ask me, mate. Ask away. Yep. It's good morning for you. It's pretty much good night for me. But yeah, it's cold the way. Yeah, how's it going, Toxic? You doing alright? I'm always live, my friend. I'm very consistent with this. Yeah, pretty cold too, mate. Everyone seems to be cold. So I said that's why everyone's getting sick around here. What I caught, everyone else has caught now, so might hear a bit of coughing in the background. I was explaining Bad Boy Bubby. Speaking about people who are always sick. The 9th book. Nice. First time I watched your stream and read the title, I thought the guy was young. Yeah, no, I had a son when I was, how old was I? I think I was 15, 14 or 15. I can't even remember. That's when I had him. When you're young, certain parts of your anatomy, especially when you're a young man, I always say this, parts of your anatomy lead you like a compass, if you know what I mean. And I was on the hunt, and I got it. But yeah, you're naive when you're young, so I had a baby real quick. 9 degrees all day. Oh well, rug up. I managed to watch Mario. It's fun. I record things from Mario Galaxy. Yeah, it's a pretty fun little movie. I liked Mario. It's good. I wish I was stoned for it. I would have enjoyed it a bit more. They've got this graphic at the start of the movies, like in the trailers, where this lady dances with a table. Don't know if you get that in America. She's like dancing with a table. And I swear to God, I took a gummy one time before I went to the movies, and it kicked in right as that scene was happening, and I was like, whoa, this is the best directing. This is the most creative thing I've ever seen. This is just great. You got a museum going on, Toxic. And I got rid of all my stuff. Yeah, when you're young, you know, I've still been with the same woman since 14. So it's close to the British accent. You know, I've been told that I'm British. I've been told that I'm actually, you're the first person to say British. I've been told I'm New Zealander. Someone said I was from Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know if you've ever seen that show. Someone said I was from Sky High. Someone said I looked like when I was younger, the kid from Polar Express. Yeah, my friend says I look like everyone, mate. It's crazy. Yep, it's true. But I have high standards. I always say if you aim really high, even if you miss, you'll still end up a lot higher than most people. So that's what I did when picking a woman. How's it going? Yeah, that's why they make those movies, Sclue. They make them so they can boost the sales of the games. Yep, Mitchell with 1L, because my mum didn't want me to be a hell of a kid. That's why she put 1L on the end of my name. Librium, how are you? Oh yeah, you're sick. I made you sick. Sorry about that. Whoops. You want me to guess your name? I think I know your name. I could pretend to guess, but I think I know what it is. Yeah, multi-streaming, doing it on Twitch and Kick at the same time, yep. Yeah, you're sick now, aren't you, Librium? You got a weak immune system or something, man. I only got a sniffle and a bit of a sore throat, a little bit of a cough, dry cough, but nothing like you. You got like migraines. Braden. That's your name, Braden. I didn't know if you wanted me to, but Braden. That's your name. Yeah, I know you. I read your Instagram. You hate it. I'm not gonna lie, when I hear Braden, yeah, you're probably not gonna like this, but I think of like how a donkey brays. So yeah. I'm sure you hate it for other reasons. True. True. It is what it is, I swear I used to make some jokes about I can't even remember what they are now though, but I did make jokes with my kid. I always got called Mitchell Schnitzel and yeah. Pain in your head, and I thought it was regular headache, and it was actually your hair. Oh, I've heard that happens to some ladies. They pull up their hair so tight, it actually hurts their head. Yeah, Queen knows about it. Now, Elijah's a good name, though. That is a good name. I was going to call my next kid Slayer, but then I realised that's probably not the best idea. I don't know what to say now. I'll be like Michael or Sage or something like that. It was a phase, alright? It was just a phase. I'm not going to call him Slayer anymore. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, fuck, this is a big one. Oh man, these sparkles give me gas. That one went on. What will you do after 22 minutes have passed? What do you mean? What does that mean? After 22 minutes. So hold on. Did you guys have to work early because became a parent early? Now we got given the dole because he was sick, you know. We got that carer's payment. And I did a little bit of work in truck washing and forking and stuff like that, working in warehouses, but otherwise I was sort of not in the right place as a kid. But down here, I suppose Australia's it's a lot easier than in America. I'm not gonna lie. What do you mean, Librium? I didn't ignore you. What are you talking about? There's a timer on the screen. What will I do after 22 minutes? Oh, I tend to just read the verses, and once the verse comes to an end, then I see what you guys are doing, and I bounce back in between. Until it gets to a point where I've really got to get my ass moving. I keep saying it, I should do the reading and the writing earlier. And that way it's a bit easier to interact. But I have to split myself in multiple places. And they say man can't multitask. I will get to everyone. I gotta do the reading here and there and try to make sense of what he's saying because of the way he writes. I wish he just wrote straight and plain. How can I improve my writing? I'm currently a student. I make a lot of spelling mistakes. That is what it is. You just keep practicing. Like anything. The more you write, the better you get. You're going to make mistakes. Especially in this day and age where everyone's using their phones. You know. Read for us a bedtime story ASMR style. You want me to read? Oh, I suppose I should read. Make it a bit easier. I nearly finished the video. I was just having troubles with Canva, so I should finally have a video released tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. What method do I follow? What do you mean method? I sort of just read, and write. For writing, I just... I think... I don't know, technology's dumbed me down, massively when it comes to... I used to be a really good speller. I remember the first 4 years of my life, when I was in, I think it was kinder or primary school, I can't even remember where it was. But we did a spelling test every single week, and I got it right for 4 years, every single one right, and then I got one wrong, and I cried like a little baby. And they're like, yeah, it's all right when you get one wrong here and there, Mitchell. But and now my spelling's gone to shit just because I don't really practice it as much, and I sort of just let the autocorrect fix it, or I sort of just I make a mistake as I'm going along, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I don't even know how to spell half the words anymore. It's pretty sad actually. So don't worry, you don't want to know my methods. But I will read. I'll do a bit of reading. It's sad to say, but I'm not afraid to admit it. Thou must not, in matter of death, carry thyself scornfully, but as one that is well pleased with it, as being one of those things that nature hath appointed. For what thou dost conceive of these, of a boy to become a young man, to wax old, to grow, to ripen, to get teeth, or a beard, or grey hairs to beget, to bear, or to be delivered, or what other action soever it be, that is natural unto man according to the several seasons of his life. Such a thing is it also to be dissolved. It is therefore the part of a wise man, in matter of death, not in any wise to carry himself either violently or proudly, but patiently to wait for it, as one of nature's operations. That with the same mind as now thou dost expect, when that which is yet is but an embryo in thy wife's belly shall come forth, thou mayest expect also when thy soul shall fall off from that outward coat or skin, wherein as a child in the belly it lieth involved and shut up. But thou desirest a more popular, and though not so direct and philosophical, yet a very powerful and penetrative recipe against the fear of death. Nothing can make thee more willing to part with thy life than if thou shalt consider both what the subjects themselves are that thou shalt part with, and what manner of disposition thou shalt no more have to do with. True it is that, offended with them, thou must not by no means, but take care of them. Ugh. See what I mean? Sometimes he writes crazily. And meekly bear with them, however. This thou mayest remember, that whensoever it happens that thou depart, it shall not be from men that held the same opinions that thou dost. For that indeed, if it were so, is the only thing that might make thee adverse from death, and willing to continue here, if it were thy hap to live with men that have obtained the same belief that thou hast. But now what a toil it is for thee to live with men of different opinions, thou seest, so that thou hast rather occasion to say, Hasten, I thee pray, O death, lest I also in time forget myself. Oh man, some days I read really well, some days not so much. The Grammarly app, man, I reckon I need that. Some days I do good reading and spelling, and other days, I don't know, all that alcohol damage is kicks right in. Ugh. Because it's always good to improve your reading and writing. You know, I'm not like Stephen Fry or, you know, some really great writer. You know, I'm just a simple man. I dropped out of high school when I was like, you know, what, year 9, year 10. So, it is what it is. What are you saying, Librium? Beta. My mum had 8 of us. 7 of us are here today, and I would like to have a big family too. Nah, it's good. Be financially responsible. Have some kids. Oh, to be honest, I haven't even thought of that. Might pick up with that that Hollow Knight type of game. Yeah, we're going to try start a business, yeah. I don't know though. I'm just sort of bouncing between games at the moment. I'm thinking to get back into Overwatch. I was having fun when I wasn't getting absolutely crushed. Alright, see if he writes. Himself, in that he makes himself worse than he was before. Not he only that committeth, but he also that omitteth something is sometimes unjust. I mean, I'm getting a lisp. If my present apprehension of the object be right, and my present action charitable, and this towards whatsoever doth proceed from God, be my present disposition to be well pleased with it, it sufficeth. To wipe away fancy, to use deliberation, to quench concupiscence. That's another reason you want to get better at reading, because there's so many weird words. You know, it's hard to be. I don't know all the words. Sometimes I'm a simple man. That's really what it is. Like concupiscence. Yeah. This guy, he keeps saying concupiscence, which is an intense, often sensual, disordered desire. See, who the fuck uses that in everyday language? Concupiscence. I have a strong sexual desire in this weird way. It's just not normal, man. To keep the mind free to herself. To quench concupiscence. Fuck. It doesn't make any sense. Get puppy playtime. I'm playing all the free games first. Like I said, I'm a tight ass. Now I'll head to my other destination. What do you mean, sorry for the inconvenience? There's nothing to be sorry for, mate. Don't be sorry. I like talking now. It's a pleasure talking to you too. But wherever you gotta go, you gotta go. So stay magnificent, my friend, and hopefully I'll see you around. Take care. Oh, trying to read this quickly. Let's give it a go. Of all unreasonable creatures there is but one unreasonable soul, and of all that are reasonable but one reasonable soul, divided betwixt them all. As of all earthly things there is but one earth, but one light that we see by, and but one air that we breathe in, as many as either breathe or see. Now whatsoever partakes of some common thing, naturally affects and inclines unto that whereof it is part, being of one kind and nature with it. Whatsoever is earthly presseth downwards to the common earth. Whatsoever is liquid would flow together, and whatsoever is airy would be together likewise, so that without some obstacle and some kind of violence they cannot well be kept asunder. Whatsoever is fiery doth not only by reason of the elementary fire tend upwards, but here also is so ready to join and to burn together, that whatsoever doth want sufficient moisture to make resistance is easily set on fire. Whatsoever thereof is partaker of that reasonable common nature, naturally doth as much and more long after his own kind. For by how much in its own nature it excels all other things, by so much more is it desirous to be joined and united unto that which is of its own nature. As for unreasonable creatures then, they had not long been, but presently begun among them swarms and flocks and broods of young ones, and a kind of mutual love and affection. For though but unreasonable, yet a kind of soul these had, and therefore was that natural desire of union more strong and intense in them, as in creatures of a more excellent nature, than either in plants or stones or trees. But among reasonable creatures begun commonwealths, friendships, families, public meetings, and even in their wars, conventions and truces. Now among them that were yet of a more excellent nature, as the stars and planets, though by their nature far distant one from another, yet even among them began some mutual correspondency and unity. So proper is it to excellency in a high degree to effect unity, as that even in things so far distant, it could operate into a mutual sympathy. But now behold, what is now come to pass. Those creatures that are reasonable are now the only creatures that have forgotten their natural affection and inclination of one towards another. Among them alone of all other things that are of one kind, there is not to be found a general disposition to flow together. But though they fly from nature, yet are they stopped in their course, and apprehended. Do they what they can, nature doth prevail, and so shalt thou confess, if thou dost observe it. For sooner mayst thou find a thing earthly, where no earthly thing is, than find a man that naturally can live by himself alone. I'm definitely going to find an easier to read book next time. When I read this, when you read it in quotes, they just pick all the good parts. You know? Reading this is doing a number on me today. Yeah, got a lot of kids' books. Yeah, I might have to read one. Honestly. Might have to go back to The Art of War. That was a lot easier. Hello Misu, how are you? Living, thriving, doing well? Man, God, the world, everyone in their kind, bear some fruits. All things have their proper time to bear. Though by custom the word itself is in a matter become proper unto the vine, and the like, yet is it so nevertheless, as we have said. As for reason, that beareth both common fruit for the use of others, and peculiar, which itself doth enjoy. Reason is of a diffusive nature. What itself is in itself, it begets in others, and so doth multiply. Either teach them better, if it be in thy power, or if it be not, remember that, for this use, to bear with them patiently, was mildness and goodness granted unto thee. The gods themselves are good unto such, yea, and in some things, as in matter of health, of wealth, of honour, are content often to further their endeavours. So good and gracious are they. And mightest thou not be so too? Or tell me, what doth hinder thee? What stops you being patient with others? My impatience, obviously. going through the thick of it, but we ball nevertheless. You're still going through some tough times, my friend. No, like I said, if you do need to talk about it, but otherwise, just keep going, mate. And the more you analyze it and write it down and approach it and want to figure it out, you'll get there. 50 Shades of Grey. Whoa. Now there's a good choice. Making me think now. Wish list it. Yeah, I might have to whisper it. Because, there's others in the house. Yeah, we're all going through it, but just keep a positive mindset, as they say. The same mind that can be depressed and want to kill itself is the same mind that can be, enjoy life and be blissful and very joyous. So, which one do you want to be ultimately? I know that's obviously easier said than done, but it's true in a way. Do you want to be happy, or do you not want to be happy? Tough times, I just want to live. Yep, tough times make us who we are. It's the way it is. Everyone goes through tough times, but pressure turns you into a diamond, or it crushes you. Yeah, it's a tricky one, that, because it depends how you go through it, without the worry of being unworthy. See, that all comes from within, Unworthiness. It doesn't matter if someone else thinks you're worthy to them. It's what you think about yourself. So you got to look from within. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you and that's pretty much it. Are you doing what's good and what's useful? If so, then then you're worthy, as worthy is. But that's all just an idea that pops into the head. It's all mental. Then you're on the right path. They will learn about the old school vibrating controller tactic. I don't even want to know what that is. Trust me, man, I've been through the, Yeah, everyone has tough times. So yeah. If you know what you need to do, which most of us do, and you go along that path, no matter how hard it is, it comes out better on the other side. The Kama Sutra. That should be in the public domain. Labour not as one to whom it is appointed to be wretched, nor as one that either would be pitied or admired, but let this be thine only care and desire, so always and in all things to prosecute or to forbear, as the law of charity or mutual society doth require. This day I did come out of all my trouble, nay, I have cast out all my trouble. It should rather be for that which troubled thee. Whatsoever it was not without anywhere that thou shouldest come out of it, but within in thine own opinions, from whence it must be cast out, before thou canst truly and constantly be at ease. All those things, for matter of experience, are usual and ordinary, for their continuance but for a day, and for their matter most base and filthy, as they were in the days of those whom we have buried, so are they now also, and no otherwise. Things never change. All our problems today, they're going to be gone tomorrow. There's no point dwelling. All those things, for matter of there we go. The things themselves that affect us, they stand without doors, neither knowing anything themselves, nor able to utter anything unto others concerning themselves. What then is it that passeth verdict on them? The understanding. As virtue and wickedness consist not in passion, but in action, so neither doth the true good or evil of a reasonable charitable man consist in passion, but in operation. We just do. We just operate in a good way. The Kama Sutra is very educational. You can learn a lot from that. The only one I remember is the wheelbarrow. Yeah, the wheelbarrow. Yeah, I've seen that page on there. The wheelbarrow. Fucking hell. I put an image in my head. As virtue and wickedness consist not in passion. There we go, I said that. So the stone that is cast up, when it comes down, it is no hurt unto it, as neither benefit when it doth ascend. The stone that is cast up, when it comes down, is hurt not unto itself, as neither benefit. That one I don't understand. When it doth ascend. When you cast stones at someone. I don't know what that one means. Sift their minds and understandings, and behold what men they be, whom thou dost stand in fear of what they shall judge of thee, what they themselves judge of themselves. All things that are in the world are always in the estate of alteration. Thou also art in a perpetual change, yea, and under corruption too, in some part, and so is the whole world. It is not thine, but another man's sin. Why should it trouble thee? Let him look to it, whose sin it is. Exactly, let them figure it out. If they're the ones making problems, you can only try to show them the way. There's no point otherwise. Let's go on this. There might be some eating in the Kama Sutra. You never know. I'll have to reread it. It's been a long time. I reckon there'll be a little bit of eating in there. Some sushi. Of an operation and of a purpose there is an ending. Or of an action and of a purpose we say commonly that it is at an end. From opinion also there is an absolute cessation, which as it were the death of it. In all this there is no hurt. Apply this now to a man's age, as first a child, then a youth, then a young man, then an old man. Every change from one age to another is a kind of death, and all this while here no matter of grief yet. Pass now unto that life first, that which thou livest under thy grandfather, then under thy mother, then under thy father, and thus, when through the whole course of thy life hitherto thou hast found and observed many alterations, many changes, many kinds of endings and cessations, put this question to thyself: what matter of grief or sorrow dost thou find in any of these? Or what doest thou suffer through any of these? If in none of these, then neither in the ending and consummation of thy whole life, which is also but a cessation and change. That's one way of looking at it. How do you eat the sushi? Well, it depends on the sushi, I suppose. Do I start with the wasabi, or perhaps start with the soy sauce, or maybe start with the tasting? Oh, it really does depend, doesn't it, on what you're eating, I suppose. Each is different and unique and has its own approach. Sort of just go with the flow, I guess. An occasion shall require, either to thine own understanding, or to that of the universe, or to his, whom thou hast now to do with, let thy refuge be with all speed, to thine own, that it resolve upon nothing against justice, to that of the universe, that thou mayest remember part of whom thou art, of his, that thou mayest consider whether in the estate of ignorance or of knowledge, and then also must thou call to mind that he is thy kinsman. As thou thyself... my brain's shutting down. As thou thyself, whoever thou art, were made for the perfection and consummation, being a member of it, of a common society, so must every action of thine tend to the perfection and consummation of a life that is truly sociable. What action soever of thine, therefore, that either immediately or afar off hath not reference to the common good. That is an exorbitant and disorderly action. Yea, it is seditious, as one among the people who from such and such a consent and unity should facetiously divide and separate himself. Children's anger, mere babbles, wretched souls bearing up dead bodies, that they may not have their fall so soon, even as it is in that common dirge song. Yes. Now I'll pick something much better next time. It'll be a bit more educational than this. Like, this is educational, but it needs to be put in a way where, commonly understood words. Eat the filling first, then the seaweed can go in the bin. But what if they look like a bit of milk? Fuck. Eating sushi's harder than I thought. Had to peel the seaweed off and eat the rice. Oh no. Oh no. You don't do that with the... Oh, nah. You leave that on. Go to the quality of the cause, from which the effect doth proceed. Behold it, by it bare and naked, separated from all that is material. Then consider the utmost bounds of time that cause, that thus and thus qualified can subsist and abide. Infinite are the troubles and miseries that thou hast already been put to, by reason of this only, because that for all happiness it did not suffice thee, or that thou didst not account it sufficient happiness, that thy understanding did operate according to its natural constitution. When any shall either impeach thee with false accusations, or hatefully reproach thee, or shall use any such carriage towards thee, get thee presently to their minds and understandings, and look in them, and behold what manner of men they be. Thou shalt see that there is no such occasion why it should trouble thee. What such as they are think of thee. Yet must thou love them still, for by nature they are thy friends, and the gods themselves, and those things that they seek from them as matters of great moment, are well content, all manner of ways, as by dreams and oracles, to help them as well as others. Yeah, I'm going to be writing pretty fast after this, I'm telling you. I'm going to be locked in. Up and down, from one age to another, go the ordinary things of the world, being still the same. And either of everything in particular before it come to pass, the mind of the universe doth consider with itself and deliberate. And if so, then submit for shame unto the determination of such an excellent understanding, or once for all it did resolve upon all things in general. And since that whatsoever happens by a necessary consequence, and all things indivisibly in a manner and inseparably hold one of another, in sum, either there is a God, and then all is well, or if all things go by chance and fortune, yet mayest thou use thine own providence in those things that concern thee properly, and then art thou well. Within a while the earth shall cover us all, and then she herself shall have her charge. And then the course will be, from one period of eternity unto another, and so a perpetual eternity. Now can any man that shall consider with himself in his mind the several rollings or successions of so many changes and alterations, and the swiftness of all these rulings, can he otherwise but contemn in his heart, and despise all worldly things? The cause of the universe is as it were a strong torrent, it carrieth all away. And these your professed politicians, the only true practical philosophers of the world, as they think of themselves, so full of affected gravity, of such professed lovers of virtue and honesty, what wretches be they in very deed, how vile and contemptible in themselves. O man, what ado doest thou keep? Do what thy nature doth now require. Resolve upon it, if thou mayest, and take no thought, whether anybody shall know it or no. Yea, but sayest thou, I must not expect a Plato's commonwealth. If they profit through never so little, I must be content, and think much even of that little progress. Doth then any of them forsake their former false opinions that I should think they profit? For without a change of opinions, alas, what is all that ostentation, but mere wretchedness of slavish minds that groan privately, and yet would make a show of obedience to reason and truth? Go to now, and tell me of Alexander and Philippus, and Demetrius Phalereus, whether they understood what the common nature requireth, and could rule themselves or no. They know best themselves. And if they kept a life and swaggered, I, God be thanked, am not bound to imitate them. The effect of true philosophy is unaffected simplicity and modesty. Persuade me not to ostentation and vainglory. Backstory. What is this? No, I'm going to lock in. I've got to lock in. Sorry, guys. I'll talk in a couple minutes. I'm nearly there. Hello, Kushtab, I did see you there. From some high place, as it were, to look down, and to behold here flocks, and there sacrifices without number, and all kind of navigation, some in a rough and stormy sea, and some in a calm. The general differences, or different estates of things, some that are now first upon being, the several and mutual relations of those things that are together, and some other things that are at their last. Their lives also, who were long ago, and theirs who shall be hereafter, and the present estate and life of those many nations of barbarians that are now in the world, thou must likewise consider in thy mind. And how many there be, who never so much as heard of thy name? How many that will soon forget it? How many who but even now did commend thee, within a very little while perchance will speak ill of thee, so that neither fame, nor honour, nor anything else that this world doth afford, is worth the while. The sum then of all, whatsoever doth happen unto thee, whereof God is the cause, to accept it contentedly. Whatsoever thou doest, whereof thou thyself art the cause, to do it justly, which will be, if both in thy resolution and in thy action thou have no further end, than to do good unto others, as being that which by thy natural constitution as a man thou art bound unto. Many of those things that trouble and straiten thee, it is in thy power to cut off, as wholly depending from mere conceit and opinion, and then thou shalt have room enough. Yeah, it's very true indeed. You have the power to cut off all those worries. You can be worried about something, or you can just say, who cares? Move right along, on to the next thing. To comprehend the whole world together in thy mind, and the whole course of this present age to represent unto thyself, and to fix thy thoughts upon the sudden change of every particular object. How short the time is, from the generation of anything unto the dissolution of the same. But how immense and infinite both that which was before the generation, and that which after the generation of it shall be. All things that thou seest will soon be perished, and they that see their corruptions will soon vanish away themselves. He that dieth 100 years old, and he that dieth young, shall come all to one. What are their minds and understandings, and what the things that they apply themselves unto? What do they love, and what do they hate for? Fancy to thyself the estate of their souls openly to be seen, when they think they hurt them shrewdly, whom they speak ill of, and when they think they do them a very good turn, whom they commend and extol. Oh, how full are they then of conceit and opinion. Alright, number 33, book 9. Oh, sorry guys. Held on for that. No, verse 33. What if you're worried about being alone? Don't ever worry about being alone. There's no point to worrying, because even that, once we're dead, everyone has a fear of death until they're dead. Everyone worries until there's nothing to worry about. So don't worry. She is in her bed with the cutest jacket ever. You got a little doggy, do you? You got a greyhound. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. What? Oh, Gustav. I'll be back. I need a pee. What's new? Back again. Ramblings. Let's pile it on. I just want to see how you guys bully me. Oh, wait till you see the video that's coming tomorrow, Dan. It's funny you say that. Oh, man. Huh. I may as well tell you guys anyway. No point keeping it a surprise. Because I got my new mics, right? I got these mics, these DJI mics. And turns out my phone is a piece of garbage that I've had. Because it's about 10 years old. It's been working alright. It's an Oppo. See? This little Oppo. And so when I plugged in the receiver for my microphone, the portable mics, turns out it's not even compatible with it. And I've got like a gimbal, which acts as as like a stick. You know what a gimbal is? It helps center and balance the camera so it's not shaking around all the time. So when I go out and about walking, it doesn't do that. And so now I got a new phone. It's a new Oppo, yeah, and it does the job great. It works on all the apps work, so my gimbal's working. My microphone can connect up to it, so I can record. And now I can go out and about and make some content while I'm out and about, which is very nice. So I had to go out and buy this phone. I got it from Cash Converters though, nice and cheap from there. Yeah, Nokia. Yeah, that thing would have lasted forever. But so yeah, and so I'm nearly ready to. I would have had the video released today, but I was having troubles with Canva editing the video. But it'll be ready for tomorrow. A gimbal is more like a stable gimp. It's one way to combine the words together. Yeah, essentially it's like that. It's called the 10 hours of continuous flow. And it's a picture of a waterfall, right? No, you don't see the pee. But I've recorded the sound of a pee and I've looped it. And it's going to be looped for 10 hours. And in the background, it's just like there's a flowing waterfall. And it's going to 10 hours of continuous flow in brackets, no breaks. And yeah. And I'm gonna say it's a little bit of ASMR, a little bit of a relaxation video. I don't know if it's perfectly looped. I'm working on it. I've been fucking trying hard working on that all, for the last few hours right before the stream. Yep. I was thinking about doing that right at the end. Ugh. One of those, you know? Yeah, the sound of relief. The relief of relieving yourself. You like the sounds of typing? Then I should probably get to typing. I might make some ASMR here then. And some floor dribble. Well, I did nearly pee on myself. I'm not going to lie, I did pee on myself the first time I was trying to do it. Just a little bit. I was like, oh, this is harder than I thought. Trying so hard not to pee on the mic. What's the point of lying? I may as well just tell the truth, you know. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. Oh, it's real. The costs of art. How's it going, tacos? You good? Now sell the pants. Oh yeah, nah. Don't worry, I got changed. I'm not staying in the same pants. I don't know, I could change this thing to writing. I'll show you it tomorrow. It's pretty silly. Honestly, like, it's very silly. That's just my humor, though. But I am proud of it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in multiple ways too. I'm gonna do that A/B testing where you change up the title and you change up the thumbnail and see what difference it makes. So I'll release a different version of it every like month until, you know, there's only so many different ways you can do it. Do Dagestani style ASMR. What is that? Where are you from, Taco? Do you do a bit of art? We can get rid of those wet pants for you. Just post them to me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll bag it up like Monica Lewinsky's dress. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be some relic for somebody. Yeah, you know, there's something for everybody, you know, as they say. Yeah, in pristine condition. Now, I was going to do it, yeah, but I looked up the guidelines. On YouTube, you can't have anything that... They're very, very specific about, like, because I wanted to do it originally from... It was a shot... I'm not going to say it. Yeah, a shot from the back. And it was going to be with my pants down to my ankles, yeah, with a big long shirt so you can't see anything. And then I was just going to be peeing. And, I was originally going to do that. Like, I was going to have the waterfall, like, fade into that. But they said, no, that'll get taken down before it even gets, You can't do that. You can't do that. What if it was just a closed door? I think there's something about... Some people, it's a fetish for them, you know? So, we've got to keep the fetishization aspect to a minimum. Yeah, I know. I know. It's not very mature, Sclair, but... Oh, well. It's my kind of humor. It's very silly. Oh, well. A new market. Where's the damage? Kinda, yeah, Idaho. Nice. I'm from Australia anyway. A man who pees to help people sleep is truly some kind of hero. Everyone needs a hero. If you could call that being a hero, yeah. That's funny as. I'm gonna find a way to make it more relaxing, you know? Because it just sounds like someone's pouring water. It doesn't... It sounds like pee, you reckon? Yeah. I tried to fast forward it and stuff like that because you can do like ×2, ×4, you know? And then it just sounds even worse. It sounds like someone's like it's got high pressure, you know? Yeah? Did he pee on the tin roof? Yeah, I remember hearing some people say, "Oh, it's very relaxing when it's raining on a tin roof." So I get up on the roof and make some rain. What kind of writing do you all get up to? Well, I just finished the reading The reading is a mixture of all sorts of stuff. Sometimes, like at the moment, I'm reading Marcus Aurelius's The Meditations, but I'm reading it in that old style, so it's very hard to read. Thou art this and that, and some weird words that mean strange things. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. And then I read others' work. I read Sklo's book. I read one of her short stories. What else do I do? I do a bit of reading in the bathtub. See, if you look in the emotes, there should be some like ducks and stuff like that, like where are we, little mussel duck, stuff like that. I do some reading in the bathtub. I read others' books. I read a whole bunch of books that are just interesting to me. And then for the writing, I'm writing a book, and it's called The Ramblings of the Magnificent One. And it's just me rambling on and on about all sorts of shit. It's not really like a proper story. But, see, there's me reading. Yeah, there, Librium's got it. Those streams are hard to watch. What do you mean, in what way? What's hard about it? So, you finished the Meditations too? Yeah, it's a good book. I get hard watching those streams. Yeah, some people like the bath streams, Surprised me, to be honest. I've got some little rubber duckies set up, and you'll see that in the VODs if you ever go through mine. It's there. I got it on YouTube. I post every day of the 1,000-day challenge on there too. So yeah, that's my artistic endeavors. That, and I'm trying to get into YouTube a little bit. But as you heard, it's not going to be the most inspiring. Not all of it, anyway. It's going to be a mixture of humor. It's going to be a mixture of challenges. Watching me do a bit of self-mastery in front of people, like in accountability, because, doing it in front of people gives you another level of accountability. Because you don't want to look like, it's one thing to say to your friend group and then, he said he does this, but he doesn't do it. But it's another thing to say it in front of everybody. It gives you that extra motivation to go through with it. Laugh 10%, giggling 90%. No. The dyslexia comes and goes. So yeah. You write quietly for half an hour. When I do start, I've got to lock in because otherwise I get distracted because I've got a timer that I can pause. See, ready? See, 58, 57. But otherwise it takes a lot longer. Sometimes it goes really long, but when I do lock in, it's good. So I'll be doing that very soon. I'll be starting that in a minute. Never, nah. I should do the reading and writing earlier in the day, but that way I can engage more, more with the audience and people in chat. But it is what it is. I have fun either way. It's just my own thing. What about you? Do you do a bit of reading and writing? Tell me what's your thing. What brings you here? My favorite authors and books. I like philosophical books. I'll admit I'm into all the ancient stuff. So the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, what is it? Miyamoto Musashi. I've been reading the Bible. That's a big one. Otherwise, I don't really have like a favorite author per se. Just I like books about the mind and about philosophy, I suppose. 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, I'm working on an erotica. Well, at least the foundations of it. So we'll see how that goes. It's gonna have a lot of the word thrust in it. I know that. Metamorphosis. Philosophy 2, trying to write a big, huge book. What's it about? Yeah, Dan's really good. See, number one, Dan. He's really good. You give him a word and he'll write you a poem. And then I tend to read it. Being the biggest, hugest book of all time is what my book's about. Oh yeah, how many pages in? Is it big? Is it big words, or is it like yeah? How what size is the? Hold on, like you got to give me a bit of an idea behind it now. So I'm thinking like huge font, or I'm thinking like, 1,000 pages of a book. Yeah, Dan. It's in commemoration for our friend Dan. It's in memory of him. It says it right there. In loving memory of Dan, I'll show you. This is the start of the book. See? You see that? In loving memory of Dan. There will be a bit more of a foreword than that, but even that'll be a couple pages long. It's just going to tell people that it's not really a book, that it's just me babbling on about shit. It's a feat of endurance if you can read the book. It's pure garbage. I wouldn't read it personally. Well, I would because I entertain myself, but yeah, we'll see. It's just in its own world, its own genre. I just didn't feel like explaining it. It's about philosophy, and particularly through lenses that implicate recursion as the fundament of system making. Recursion as the fundament of system. So you're talking to a very stupid man, or semi-stupid at least. He has to see right now. I'm googling those words. Recursion as the fundamental of system making. Recursion, the process of a system defining itself in terms of itself. Can you give me an example, or am I going to regret asking that? I'm also big on Bible reading. That shit is underrated as literature. It is. It is. That it is. The process of a system defining itself in its terms of itself. So like, you are what you are, I am what I am, sort of thing. So we fundamentally are what we are, and if we understand who we are and what we are, and we define ourselves by that, then our systems will automatically become from that. Is that right? Something like that? That's what my mind thinks of. Probably off a bit. By not being able to answer the fundamental question of why do we exist, every system balloons into more and more systems. That's right, I was saying it's pretty much the same thing. You find out, like, we are who we are, as in we have our own likes and dislikes. And if you stick to your nature, your own nature of who you are, or, who we are as people, and we follow that, like, then we'll, then I sort of, now I've half forgotten as well what I was saying. But that gives us our meaning of life. Like, I really believe we're all made to do certain things. And we're all made to, chase what we're supposed to. And that'll give us meaning. That's where the meaning of life comes from. The meaning of life is as simple as do what you want to do. Find something that you want to do and chase it, and then you are having a life of meaning. That is the meaning of life. You want to also read the Bible. Tell you a little bit about the Bible. Whew. But yeah, and if you don't know who you are, you're right, Sklo. Have a good one. Stay magnificent, my friend. Yeah, what game are you playing? You left me on a cliffhanger there. So yeah, that's the way I interpret that. I got that from Jordan Peterson. The meaning of life. Because otherwise, if a man has no meaning or a person has no meaning, you can get very quickly depressed. You can get very quickly lost. What is this? There was once a man who nobody could ever get. He asked so many questions, but answers he would never get. Mr. Osophy was his name, and he wanted to learn. Answers isn't what he wanted, but for answers he yearned. But to ask the questions is without answers is amazing, if you have the will. His last name is Osophy, and his first name is Phil. There. So I like that one. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to save that and put it in the book here. Hold on. Maybe I'll start. If you happen to come on, yeah. Write it before I write. I can put you as like little quotes for the start of every day. See that? No, I'm not done, mate. I'm engaging with the people. Sorry, Toxic. I know it's 10 o'clock. I should be wrapped up around now. Hey, Taco. Everyone, I am going to start writing now. Yeah, Toxic's just reminded me. So if I fail to respond, if it's important, I'm sure my wife will yell at me. Alrighty, Dan. You have a good one, my friend. Thank you for the poem. Yeah, you take care of yourself. Hope you and the missus have a good one. And the dog now. So happy days. Stay magnificent, my friend. Alrighty. fucking dog farted next to me. That stinks, mate. Bloody hell. Yeah, you want to run off with it, mate. You need a shit? Bloody hell. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. What's going on? Can you hear it from there? Yes. Can you guys actually hear it? Yes. Oh, that wasn't the dog. He was taking a number 2. Well, how's it going, mate? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. Sorry, I've been in the zone. Been right in the zone until that fucking fart went right up my nose and took me out of it. I was in a flow state until then. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good, my friend. I'm good. How about you? Kushtab still there, everybody? Yeah, I was holding on a little bit, but yeah, I should just smash this out quickly. All right, I'll talk in a sec. I don't mean to be rude. I just gotta get this done. Now I can talk about the dog. Oh, everyone's got a cold. Jeez. Yep, and I'm pretty much over it now. Not to rub it in or anything, but. Alrighty. I'll be with you in a minute. Or 2. I can get a lot done in 2 minutes. Alrighty. Happy days. Sorry if that was a bit loud in everyone's ear there. Holy shit, I got a lot of writing done there. Oh, just all kinds of things. Literally, like, I'm already past it. Just then, I finished it off with a dog just then. And he threw me out of the zone. Alrighty, how is everyone? I wrote about what's going to be written after this book, thinking of ideas. Maybe getting ready to do writing a book for dog behavior problems and how to fix it, because I'm going to get back into that, because that was something I messed up years ago because of my anxieties and all my issues at the time. I practically had it finished, and I know how to train dogs, but like I know how to train them like in obedience training and stuff like that, but behavioral training is a little bit different. So I want to master that. I'm going to watch like probably 1,000 videos on that or something, and then write down an entire handbook, a textbook on it. Just thinking about that it feels good to be on the right path, knowing that I'm doing the things I know I'm supposed to be doing. You know, compared to when I was addicted to, you know, chuff and smoking and drinking, and I knew that whole time I was wasting. I was pissing my life away, but now that I haven't been doing that for like since the start of the year, everything's going the way it should be. So that's a good feeling, just conquering. And like I said, unless like something crazy happens, I'm gonna achieve everything I want, or at least I've given it a good crack. So yeah, just stuff like that. Don't want to go on too much about it. Spoil the whole chapter. No, thank you. You timed out Kushta. What did you do? Addicted to chalk, did you say? Ah, chuff. Marijuana. We call it chuff down here. Chuffa. The Maui Wowie. The MJ. The reefer. You know? The herbal remedy. People say that marijuana is not addictive. They're full of shit. I was addicted to that for years. Yeah, chuff. I'll show you. Ready? CHOOF. Chuff. I know it's a weird thing that we say that. I watch Flight of the Conchords all the time. That's a great show. I love that guy with the glasses. He's a funny guy. My Australian exposure is cold ones. Beers, yep. Yeah, we drink a hell of a lot of beer down here. Because I didn't tell you. You're new, so I haven't told you about the 1,000-day challenge, have I? Jermaine Dupree. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a New Zealander. He's not from Australia, but I like that guy. You read it on stream? No, I read a book earlier before you came on. I read the about the Marcus Aurelius, the Meditations. I don't read this. Nah, if I'm going to read this, I'll be preparing an audiobook. That's right, yeah. Yeah, but the 1,000-day challenge, I never explained that to you, did I? In the bath. I might print it off, the manuscript, and read it in there. Well, my 1,000-day challenge is I do 30 minutes a day of exercising, unless I'm sick like I have been, reading and writing. And for those 30 days, I haven't had any alcohol. I haven't had any, drugs or anything like that. And I haven't had any, takeaway food. And I've been doing streaming every day for the 1,000 days too. So, it's just been like a massive test of willpower. And, what's this? Shower this time. If I go in the shower, I gotta wear some shorts. You wear shorts while they're having a bath, mate. It's crazy. No, thank you. I appreciate that. Now I try to think big, dream big. Laminate the pages so it's waterproof. Yeah. So yeah, and then we gotta stay around for the 1,000-day stream because you should have seen. I'm collecting all these bottles of alcohol now, just for the day because I'm gonna have a shot of this and that, and fucking, it's pretty nice. I'm kind of addicted to just accomplishing goals, and then when I accomplish a decent goal, I buy a bottle of alcohol. So yeah, I'm gonna make some YouTube stuff. Like I said, I got goals for that. Like I said, I'm gonna write a book. This is nearly already done. Like I said, I'll probably write 2 or 3 books. Try to get a 6-pack because Toxic, he's from the other channel. He called me a fat cunt. So I'm in the middle of that. I'm like 20 days nearly into that. Trying to get a 6-pack now. What else? Got stuff going on up here. Do you want to get a food truck operating? You know, just all sorts of shit. Just keep busy, you know? Get good at Overwatch. Yeah, I gotta get good at Overwatch. Yeah, I'm pretty crap about that. I think if you're gonna do something, you should go big, you know? A food truck sounds bad. Yeah, oh. You have no idea how excited I am. I'm thinking the only hard part about it is because I don't own the property. And even if I did, the neighbours, it'd be a problem with the neighbours. You know what the council's like. Like, you can have a great idea, but the council gets in the way. But, so I'm thinking I may have to move actually somewhere kind of far away, but not too far at the same time. Maybe like an hour out in a more rural area where they're more desperate for business. And then, like, you can get a house for cheap there. And then if you're willing to travel a little bit, then you can set your truck up and do it there. Because down here, like down near the Melbourne area, anywhere around here, there's every location's taken. The market's saturated. It's so hard to do it. You need to wait like a year or 2 or 3 just to get wait for someone else's lease to be gone before you can go apply for it. It's just a mess. So they've sort of hamstrung us. Unless I can find someone, like maybe there's a few farm areas, but I don't know how keen they'll be to like let me, park a food truck there so I can do it, or a petrol station, But whatever it takes, I'll fucking get it done. Alrighty, let's go look at Doomblade. What's your favorite food, Taco? Is it taco? That'd be pretty funny. But you, Kushdub, you're gonna miss you after 1,000 days? No, I'm gonna be here, mate. No, I'm gonna be here. Don't you worry about that. I ain't going anywhere. I might have the odd day off after the 1,000 days, but No, not really. I accomplish things, and then I just keep making more things. I'm never content. It's almost sad, actually. What is this? What topics did you touch on here today? Pretty much just I was talking about my phone, because I had to get a new phone. How that's been playing up. Because I do better when I've actually looked into some things, and then I can formulate better and articulate. Otherwise, it's more philosophical stuff and just my mind. And like when I think of topics and I plan them beforehand, I can write more about them deeply and in almost a humorous way, because I can think of some funny stuff. Like I'm better when I talk with people about certain things, and if I can remember it, then I can write it down. But otherwise, it's just more my mind, and it's almost like a small journal, to be honest. A journal mixed with like all my philosophies. Taco salad is literally my favorite. Tex-Mex. We have Tex-Mex down here, don't we? Yeah, we do. We do have that. I have seen that in Frankston. What's this game? Doomblade. Doombald? No. Doomblade. It's a category, isn't it? Doomblade. Is it not a category? Not on Twitch, it's not. Guess just chatting. Sorry guys, just changing the category over here. Alrighty, that's done. I don't have plans for next day. Why not? Gives you a reason to keep going, It's good to get some veggies in there. Eat it out of a tortilla bowl. Oh man, that's making me hungry. So I'm not even having junk food as part of this challenge. I can make like homemade like pizzas and stuff like that, but I can't have like what I want, which is this New York nacho pizza. It's this ginormous thing from the local pizza shop. Big, it's huge, man. It's got all this nacho chips on it, and then I'm going to load it up on the day. I've got it all planned. I'm going to get popcorn chicken from KFC and put that on there. I'm going to get chicken nuggets on there. I'm going to get this, because there's these few charcoal chicken shops around. They have such good, you know, certain places have the best chips. You know what I mean. Surely you know what I mean. Certain places have better chips than others. So there's this one place in particular. They got the best chips. That's going on the pizza. I'm going to get some of that supercharged sauce. I'm going to wash it down with all my favorite alcohol. And that's going to be a great stream and a great day. Phasmophobia. What's that? Is that on Steam? Is it free? I can't see. Where's it blocking my thing? Maybe on the spooky night, he might. What books are you looking forward to coming up most? What books? To be honest, like I'll have to look at my list. I don't really have I just sort of like old classics. Like, where is it? I've gotten some written down. I don't want to be like Russell Brand where I can't find it. Hold on. That'd be awkward. What's my favorite verse? What was my favorite verse? Nah. Where is it? It is in here. Goals, streaming. There we go. Where is it? Be funny if I don't find it. Thursday. On war, the military institutions, and the shortness of life. There's a few things. I haven't really got like any particulars that I'm just like, to be honest. I just like anything that's in the realm of philosophy and like, is there any good books you can think of? Visit your truck one day. Oh yeah, you can. Phasmophobia. I'm gonna look that up. Phasmophobia. I thought you were saying Islamophobia at the start. It's a 4-player online co-op. Nice. Oh, yeah, it's pretty cheap. Make food chain like McDonald's. Nah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big reader before I really started this. I think I read what? To Kill a Mockingbird. And really it's just like mangas and shit. Like, I've never been a big reader. That's probably why I'm so not all there, you know. I'd watch you play it 100%. Yeah. I bet you would. Play with chat. Sounds good. Do you want to play some Equilibrium? I'm going to check out this Phasmophobia game. I'll check it out after the stream. Don't know if I'll jump straight into it tonight. I give you Marcy for your business. What does that mean, bro? I've always been mid-reader, but going hard last couple of months. It's just such a damn huge world of knowledge. Exactly. You'll never be able to read every book, as everybody already knows. It's impossible. What time is there now so I can come along later? It's 10:56 PM here. Like I said, I'll suss out the game. Blessings. Is that what Marcy means? Oh, I appreciate that. I'm just into all sorts of shit, to be honest, Taco. Like I'm literally in like philosophy, dog training, like you said, UFC. Like I've just got like this weird wide range of interests and stuff. Like originally when I was a younger, my original dream was to be a fighter because I just had this crazy violent mind. I don't know if that was just from being like a teenager, high testosterone or what. But I was like, I said, you could kill, like I teach my daughter, you know. I was like, you can kill people like, you know, John Wick style with this pen. You know, you can do that. This bottle's a weapon. You see this microphone's a weapon. Said their hair, you could just like, I had a super violent mind. I still kind of do if I want to, but it's not as bad as it used to be. But then, yeah, I was so bad with smoking and drinking that I ruined all that, and it probably saved me. Like, I'm already stupid enough as it is, let alone getting punched and kicked in the head. I'm sure that wouldn't have helped. 9 hours. Yeah, that's right. You're in England, so you're about what? If it's 11, then 2 o'clock where you are. If you could be immortal and read every book, would you go into that then? Oh, yeah. Why not? It'd be hard. You couldn't necessarily read every book unless people, like everyone died. Because there's just going to be more and more books. But at least all the old books, you know, from up to a certain period of time, I would. Well, what's this? He doesn't start gaming until 10:30. But if I start earlier, I do want to get the reading and writing done earlier. Like, I want to put an hour away for that earlier in the day. And then I'll have a lot more time for playing. I know what you mean though, Librium. I got whacked with a hammer on the head. What the fuck? Twice. What happened there? Jeez, Mrs. must have been mad that day. You more interested in knowledge for self-improvement or how to manage your temperament? Or more for practical knowledge and seeing the mechanics of the world around you? Alright, this is what I'm interested in now. Like self-improvement, I am interested in that. Always getting better. Which is managing your temperament, I believe, is associated with that. Because if you can't control yourself, then you'll never be able to control others, or you won't be able to control your own life. You need to be able to put your emotions in check. Yes, you can feel emotions, but I believe as men, we're designed in a way that we're supposed to focus on keeping our emotions more in check. Like you want it, because this is what you should do with an emotion of a feeling. You feel, oh, I've got this feeling. You recognize it, you understand, where's it coming from? Then you can put a label to it, and then you can begin to move on, all right? And then you can become more logical again, and you're not being swayed by your partial feelings and your emotions. You've understood what they are, where they're coming from, and then you can move forward. So I believe that's part of self-improvement and self-mastery and temperament training. Practical knowledge, yep. Like I believe you should just know how to do things. Like they don't teach you that shit at school. You know, like I'm always teaching my kids, like, you know, they don't need to learn about like what gender they are. Like, you know what gender you are because, you know, you pull your pants down and you have a look. And you're like, oh, that's what I am. You know to keep that shit covered up, that they're your private parts, because, you know, you get told straight away, can you put your bits away, please? You know, it's not common rocket science there. So that's practical teaching. I teach the kids, you want to know how to save money. You want to know how to be happy in life. You want to know how to control your emotions. See, this is what they should teach in school. The meaning of existence, I believe, as I've already found with you find what you want to do and you do it. What makes you happy? I truly believe that. That's the meaning of life to me. It took me to be depressed and suicidal, and like years like of abusing myself and, you know, hurting everyone around me. But then I found, like Jordan Peterson, like he explained it, like you've got to have responsibility and you've got to do what you're supposed to do, you know. Kushtab, interest to UFC, MMA, yep. Computer science, something big with the Indians. They all love computer science. Nuking things. Space science, good food. You sound like a simple man too. It's good. Didn't know she was married. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Some girls are crazy. Didn't tell you she was married. So I was right. I was saying that as a joke. Fucking hell, she had a mad husband. Holy shit. You alright though, man? Like, no, you must be alright. You seem pretty with it. That's crazy. That's crazy pointless. Like, attacked with a hammer by some woman's husband. Fucking hell. Meditations I took as very temperament related. I can't get behind his nature as fate thing. But the more Buddhist kind of non-attachment stuff I really found helpful. Yeah, the way. Yeah, non-attachment. Don't be attached to things because all feelings come and go, you know? All thoughts come and go. All opinions come and go. Even like if you're upset, it's going to come and it's going to go. If someone says something about you, do you want to react to it or do you want to be like, who gives a fuck? And you just move right along and you keep on going. It does help, yeah, to be non-attached to these things. Otherwise, you'll become neurotic. Women. Are you interested in women? That's a good answer, Livia. That's really good. No worries, my friend. Take care. Keep an eye out for those angry husbands. Stay safe. Stay magnificent, my friend. No, I didn't even change this thing. So yeah, I'm big into all that stuff. That stuff deeply interests me. How to be in control of your mind. How to be a better human being. Like I always say this. On Doomblade, I don't always say Doomblade. Just trying to remember that. 2 viewers, nice and niche here. I always like to say, like on my gravestone, I wanted to say, do what is good, do what is useful. You know? That's what I wanted to say. If that's me summed up, I'll be happy. Alright, where are we again? That's right, I was lost. I couldn't find my way around. I thought I'd exhausted everywhere. Who said I didn't answer? No, he likes women. He's very interested in women. Some people are very passionate about women. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So you and me, we seem to have similar interests, Starkos, when it comes to, you know, what we like to read now. Interests in that regard. We always want to be better, don't we? Who wants to be miserable? The female anatomy is very fascinating. Yes. The Kama Sutra. You can learn about eating. Alright, where are we? Fuck. Still haven't figured out how to jump good on this game. Come on, Mitchell. No. Oh, I touched the echidna. How can I get up there? Damn it. Still haven't figured out a way to get up there. Yeah, eating sushi on the useful part. It's very, or at least too. I guess I'm not fully on board with that, to be honest, but I'm curious if he would moderate before the public. Hold on. I can't see it all. For the public relationality in the postmodern state. What do you mean by for the public relationality? There were a couple things I was like, I wonder if he'd feel about it if he saw how complicated the world was going to become by virtue of supporting more human activity. So what do you mean by like, for the public relationality in the postmodern state? I'm a little bit confused on that one, to be honest. Because I believe the world today is just... I don't know, it's very fast-paced. So it's a completely different world. Like, yes, we get a lot more things done, and yes, we can, you know, there's more opportunities, but at the same time, no one's got any time, because it's just chewed away by all these needs and needs and needs. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, it just never stops. The temperature here in Australia is cold. That's all I know, mate. It's very, very cold. How do I jump? There's got to be a way to do this. Oh man, I want to get up there so bad. Come on. Ugh. What's it in India? Is it cold? Everyone's been saying it's cold and everyone's been saying they're very sick. This is the general vibe I keep getting at the moment. That's right, I couldn't get through here because there was something I needed to unlock. Oh, bro. I don't want to die. Oh, that's how you get around him. Nice. Actually did unlock something. They're sick because of me, I know. I'm making everybody sick. It all started with a sniffle. And it just never ever stopped. What do we got here? This place seems safe to grow a firstborn sprout. Guess so. We're going to be a little mushroom. Buried deep in a cave here. Past 2 days going like 40. Isn't it always 40 degrees? Like, what's the coldest it even gets to in India? I thought it's just always hot. I don't think I can handle that. I like summer, but I don't like summer 24/7, you know? That's where the dark sprouts get juiced. Juicy, baby. Sure we'll grow a child soon. I have very viral spores. Oh. He's got that energy. I can try, but I suck at explaining things. I tend to overcomplicate them. I mean, he believed in purpose being toward helping the populace of polis, being useful, and in postmodernism right now, the effects that you have by interacting even with mere purchases intersects with unpredictable effect. Yet many businesses and organizations promoting for humanistic good tend to require those interactions, and one can't quite tell if their net effect is more environmentally wasteful, etc. See, I try not to think about that. It'll all come to an end sooner or later, mate. Like, do you really think we're going to be able to save the planet and save the world? So I wonder what system he'd come up with to mediate that interplay. I believe in minimalizing to only your local impact as much as possible. True. You can only do what you can do. So I said, I believe you gotta... What, for the greater good, you know? But of course there's going to be corporations and there's always going to be interests that are not for the greater good. Like, it's a tricky one. It is tricky. So I don't exactly know what I'm talking about. I just think if everybody does what they should for the greater good. Like if everybody was to do the right thing, but not everyone's going to ever do the right thing. Like you can only try your best and you can only try to lock up the crazy people and you can only try to like go at corruption as much as you can because like really it's the politicians' fault. Like you can't focus on all this fucking... Like you need to sort out real problems. Like you need to make things cheaper. You need to think about your housing. You need to think about, you know, like crime and get all the crazy people out there. Like there's too much empathy. There's a lot of suicidal empathy. It will be hell for a while. I think maybe if there's like a reset with a war, maybe. Like believe it or not, a war might actually like... Could, believe it or not, actually help in a fucked up way. Because it might reset things. Like doesn't mean I want war. But it means that it might actually help in a strange, fucked up way. Hold on. Jeez, I actually got to pay attention for a second here in this game. Oh. I'm dead. Whoops. Lock me up, daddy. Did I miss something? I know that's a crazy... I know it's not good what I said, but this is honestly what I believe. You can't be doing that. We're gonna have to get back already. Do you see what I'm saying though? Like, I don't know if the world will ever get better the way it is. Because I believe you can't be too, yeah. Oh, you guys are great. You are showering. Oh, fuck's sake. I keep getting smashed by these guys. Oh, there's something down there. Did I not go down there? Oh, nice. Play Dead by Daylight. Is that free? Remember, I play free games, Kushtub. Tight ass. Tight. Very tight. Alright, what do we got down here? At least I'm actually finding access to a new area now. That is nice. Everyone wants my juice. First the Blightbearer came for our village. Now this brood masher's hooked on us too. I swear the amount of cheaters in that game is unreal. Oh, is it cheating or is it a skill issue? How do I get through here? Okay, not that way. Good. Heal me up. It's $10. True. Yeah, I know. You know how to play. Oh, I need a bones. So there's all this stuff. So I need what? 2.5. Need 3,300 buckaroonies on this. Alright, Librium, you made your point. I'm shit. I'm shit at these things. Alright. Alright, so this guy gives out a lot of bones. Lol, that sounds weird. Fuck off, guys. Fucking... Look at that, they actually protect themselves. What the hell? What the fuck? Here we go. We got him. The fuck is this game? It's like Hollow Knight, I guess. You ever played Hollow Knight? I see a lot of shorts about cheaters in that game, but there is a lot of funny moments. Seems to me as well, but I never want to deal with the cheaters. Yeah, dealing with cheaters sucks. It's like all those people, you know, that I was when I was in Overwatch. There was cheaters everywhere. He said not wanting to admit how shit he was. Give me that, give me that, give me the get. Alright, Kustab, take care, my friend. Alright, I got him. Got him. Yes. Now, just try not to die, Mitchell. I'm not gonna make it. Can I jump this thing? Ah, these things are fucking me up. Gotta get out of there. Gotta heal. Alrighty. Damn. That was smashing me. Do you imagine that the war would make people do better? In a sense of being victims of their leaders, and so more participatory award afterward? Or like the war would be so big that there would be less people and less confusing and unclear interrelatedness? I think everyone's so lost in weird shit, yeah? Yeah, we love you too, Kushdub. Don't worry. We love you too, man. I think everyone's so lost, yeah? And they're focused on... They're not focused, like I said, you got to get the groundwork done. Like, you've got to work on corruption. You've got to work on... Like, I don't get me wrong, I like capitalism, but there is a point where you can only allow so much lobbying and so much greed, like, before you've got to put some form of measures in, so it doesn't fuck, like, small businesses and like, I don't know, they should be the ones, like, if you're making billions and billions of dollars, you can't say, oh, we're struggling, but, like, stock markets are the highest, and so, you know, I don't know why they don't, like, maybe they do pay more, but it just feels like everyone gets fucked for the sake of the biggest companies. So I feel like that would come to an end. I feel like maybe things will get cheaper, but I don't know if it'll ever get better. I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be honest. So I just feel like all the bullshit related to, like, you know, wokeness and stuff like that would disappear. I feel like there'd be less crazy people, because let's be honest, like, there'd be less political scientists, because what's political science? You know, I consider that a nonsense degree. There'd be less, you know, there'd be more focus on, like, alright, how do we actually lower crime? How do we actually prepare ourselves in case a war was to happen? How do we make our own stuff and our own supplies? How do we focus on us? How do we, like, build relations with, like, countries in a way that's beneficial to both, instead of usually, like, one getting fucked and the other getting everything? Like, I don't know, there's just, how do we stop pandering and we start helping our own people? Like, how come we got so many homeless people, but we keep letting in, like, all these, like, massive amounts of migrants in Australia when, you know, we got our own homeless people? Like, these are things I think about that aren't, you know, I reckon all that shit, maybe it starts to get more normal. Maybe we can start to focus on what's important. But what would I know? To be honest. Yeah. I don't really know. I just feel like there'd be less emphasis on stupid shit and there'd be more emphasis on, alright, what actually matters, you know? Not what do we feel that matters, but what actually matters. Yeah, Kushtab, yeah. Like, you know, people are against nukes, but if you use them on the worst, like, regimes, you know, like it's like this, for example, like war crimes. Like, what is a war crime? War is war. It's horrible. People are dying. But if you say, like, oh, you can't do this, like, if there's one side that says there are rules, alright, in war, that side's going to lose. Plain and simple. They're just going to lose. Because they've said, alright, we're not going to do this, alright? And you're not going to do this too, yeah? Like it's a fair game, like we're playing chess. Bullshit. Like, you know, it's war. Like, doesn't mean I agree with, like, you know, I know, like, war crimes are bad and, like, what you know, when you're talking about the actual thing, but there's no such thing as a war crime when war is war, you know? There's all this touchy-feely stuff where it's like, how do you just get the job done? How do you actually fix things? How do you be productive? I believe there's, like, how do you get people to solve problems, you know? There's just, I don't know, there just doesn't seem to be enough of it. Especially your toilet. You nuke the toilet. Oh, I feel like we all do that sometimes. You fucking cunt. Didn't even see him there. You snuck up right on me. I don't want to die, I want to get back. Oh, damn it. Skill issue. Oh, I lost all the bones. You know what? Fuck. Oh, did I not lose anything? Have you played this game yet, Librium? It's pretty simple enough. I like it. It's a good game. What's this thing? Alright, we just need some more of those things, whatever they were. That little cavern. This is where the... Nah, that's okay, that's just where those things were. Is it free? Yeah, it was free from Epic. Pretty sure it's like the free game of the week from them. Alright, I'm gonna run away now. After I get this. Collect those bones, baby. Now we gotta save. That's what we gotta do. Shit, no, I still went the wrong way. There's a save somewhere else. I think there's a save under here. We gotta go in here. Pretty sure it was in here. Ah, he's already done. I swear there was a save in here, wasn't there? Am I tripping? I guess I'm tripping. Don't look like there's no save in here. So in there, that little... Okay. Ah, there is a save. Right there. Happy days. Alright, bye-bye, mate. You going? Who's going? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people distract people, which is probably a weapon of itself for a lot of others and power to extend. But I've got to head out now. It was great chatting. I'll drop in on relatively frequent. No worries, my friend. Stay magnificent. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You have a good one. Okay. I feel like I should save for the most expensive things. A dread indoctrination tool. Nah, we'll go simple. I can't even afford that. Can you negotiate with this little squid? Bro, you can't even negotiate with him. It has been fun chatting, Taco. Alrighty, we're gonna ride along. How do we get to the other side? We don't. That's the answer. Just slippery little slime bag. Damn it. Missed out on some there. If you were broke bot, just say so. If you're broke boy, just say so. That's some wise words, eh? Yeah. That sounds like something Pokemon would say. Was that her back in the day? When she was like, was that when she was like desperate for people to give her money? Was that her? Or was that someone else? She said, please, please. I'm sitting here, I'm doing this, and you're not getting any money. I'm not in it for the love of the game. Sad. Fuck, it still found me that kind of a thing. Oh, bro, how did it do that? Oh, fuck. Gotta get out of there already. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep climbing like I said. Damn it. It was about her cookies. Her cookies? Those cookies I didn't sell or what? We'll get this one, yeah. Was that some other lady that was crying? Imagine that crying about it. My god. How sad. Get the fuck over it. Really. Yeah, baby. They were ripped off from another brand of cookies and she upped the price like crazy and people calling her out about the price. Ah. Yeah, because, you know, these people, mate, they think they can just fucking charge you an arm and a leg for this shit. For a cookie. Mate, for that sort of cookie, for that price, you know, you'll be wanting the good stuff. I know what sort of cookie I'd want for that price if it was expensive. Alright, I think we're kind of safe here. Fucking secret looking fucking thing. We did it! I would expect a cookie, but I wouldn't want to touch that thing with it. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Alright, we made it. Whoop! Ah, so where was that thing, mate? The shop. It was around there, I guess. It was near another save. Ah. Can't be horrible forever at these things. I am going to get Overwatch back. My initial, like, you know, displeasure is gone. What is this? Holy fuck. Right, what's going on here? Nice, easy game. Aubrey. Ah. Ah. Alrighty, what are we doing here? Give me all these bones. Alright, come on. We got him. Give me all the bones. Thank you very much. Thank you. Finally, we got 800. Happy days. Oh, hold on. What got modded here? If my dog and Magni dog make love together, yes. Yes. What are you thinking there, Kushdub? Oh yes, look at this. What is going on? A shield. Is it? No? Spectral dash. Yeah, I haven't been on Instagram in a while. Burst through space with supernatural speed. Whoa ho ho. That's the shit. Alright, so we gotta do it up here. I get it. Up here. Yep. Alright, let's see what you're sending me. I'm gonna click your strange link. Oh, it's perfectly half white and half black. That's crazy. It's like straight down the middle. I reckon. I like that. That's good. I'll be back in a minute. Just gotta do... Yeah, you already know. There we go. That's what we want. It's a cool looking dog. You can hear the native, magnificent one urinating for the wild chat. Gee, so gracefully. Yeah, lucky. I'll only ever do a wee with the door open and not the other one. It's kind of on brand, I guess. You gotta have your own brand, you know. We're slowly making more and more friends. I don't know why people would want to come talk to me, but they do for some strange reason. Oh, nearly forgot about that button. I'm probably supposed to read these things. Ploop poops. Yeah, better not leave the microphone on then. You've seen what's that fucking Police Academy? No, fuck, I went to the movies and watched it long ago. Yeah, got a few Ajax tokens right up my nose that time. Do you like my Ajax tokens? Yeah, Naked Gun, that's the one. That was great. Fuck, I love that movie. Gloom Haunt. Yeah, I tried hard on that. Little Ajax tokens. Need a GG. Why do everyone want the GG? Because I'm limited. I've literally maxed out all my emotes. And Courtney hated it so much, eh? She just hates it. She's like, you gotta get rid of that GG shit. Oh, what's this button? Oh, oh, nice. We're in another dimension, baby. Deadlock key. Alright, we want one of them. Is that it? So whenever you die, I can spam GGs. True. I'll have to come up with a custom GG. Have you got GGs? But it's gonna be funny and not just letters. Yeah. What do we got here? The sovereign city will keep you safe. Yeah, now Courtney, she just did not like them. I think she likes my biblical face. I'll slowly get there. I'm just struggling to think of challenges, you know, like, because I want to do like rewards for so many points or for like hitting a target, but I don't know what to do. I'm like really lost on that. I'm thinking all I've got is like the baths and stuff like that, but maybe a shower, like you said, but I don't know. I'm just kind of lost in that regard. True. Something that's interactive with chat but also entertaining. Yeah, that's what I want. Because I was looking it up, like, when you've got like the... Like, how do you explain it? Because some novel ideas are stuff where the chat has a large say in like controlling the stream, but I also don't necessarily want to do too much of that at the same time. If that makes sense. Good. Get them bones. I'll think of something though. Maybe it'll be like getting a game or something. Oh, we got the sickle anyway. Didn't have to pay for it. Nice. We saved a bit of money on that one. The chat determines how many reps or something you got to do at the gym. True. Like maybe it goes up to like 1,000 push-ups in a day or something like that. Interesting. Yeah, because that's one thing I was thinking about, but I was like, holy mackerel. I've got to think a little bit harder. Yeah, a poll for people. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get some ideas rolling. What fits the brand? Alrighty, here we go. Get those bones, baby. Oh, my bones. My bones are hurting. We'll figure something out. We always figure something out. It'll be alright. Here we go. Got some thoughts going here. What's this? Do like a Twitter vote or something, which they can vote for the goal that must be done, but like what is it? Done but by a certain time, even like 1,000 push-ups within a week or a month. Honestly, I was thinking about doing 1,000 push-ups in a day, so that would be tricky. But to do it over on a stream, yeah. To do like 1,000 on stream, I'd need more time because I wouldn't have the time to do it unless it was like an all-day stream. But yeah, you're right. That might be something. So I wanted to do something like that, and then I could post it on YouTube as well. I could double it up. It might work out pretty good, actually. I can repurpose it. What's this fucking sickle thing, mate? Where's my stuff? Which button do I press? Powers. Items. A weapon for correcting descent. Right. Yeah. Maybe even like choosing a video that I do next or something like that. You reckon? Maybe. Atlas page. Hey, I think it's time to get out of this side of the world here. Yeah, I've been struggling with that one there. Pretty badly. What do we got? Yeah, I should be able to get the key. What's this key even for if I can't get into things with it? I don't know. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, that motherfucker again. Give me all the bones for that guy. Maybe a community challenge to see if they can help you beat a game. Elden Ring or some other game. Maybe do a react stuff. Or something with chat to chill with. True. Suppose I'll start writing all this down. Whatever works, eh? People seem to be pretty... an instrument. Play the fucking guitar. Let it be more than a prop. That's actually not bad. What do we got here? Alright, challenge ideas. We got fitness. Gaming related. What'd you say, like reacting? React while eating. Yeah. Playing a guitar. Pull out the drums. Now pull out the tambourine. That's all I know how to play. I can do that one. Alright, we should be able to get through a few more spots than last time. Alright. Come on, bro. There should be a way to do it. Yes. The triangle. I can play the spoon. I'm good at the spoon. Poisonous land. Maybe together we can tear down the story they told. Destroy the tools and we'll watch their legacy burn. IRL streams. True, yep. Now we're talking. I like IRLs. Yeah, public places. That's a good idea. And the motorbikes all come through to Phillip Island. True. It's going to be awkward when I'm on holiday. It's going to be hard to find time to stream properly then. Maybe an activity or two there. But you sort of want to be at the moment either. I don't want to... Family time's family time, you know, at the same time. What, is it just shit out bones? What is this? Is that all it did? Alright, get out of there. Whoops. Yeah, that's a good idea. There's so much stuff to do, isn't there? I suppose it's just a matter of anything. Just pick something. Whether I let him pick a book or whatever. You know, it could be literally anything. Let them control maybe like a... No, I don't know about that one. Brah, come on. Don't stream it, have pre-recorded stuff for YouTube if you must. It'll be edited heavily, yeah, but yeah. And yeah, it'd all be edited. Unless it was like an endurance feat on camera. Trippy. So this is why you should do some as well, bro. Maybe you could stream. Oh, I know it's hard with everything at home. It does make it fucking hard. If we get you out of there, out of that place, maybe you'll be able to, just do it without people fucking annoying you. Is that a thing though with the VTubers? To have them throw stuff at you? Oh. Okie doke. Bone Thief. Stream the food truck. Yeah, I was gonna do that, literally. Trippy. And what, their subscribers love it? What is this place, bro? This is fucking hectic. Trippy? Ah, whatever works. Well, it's getting hectic. Nah, it's pretty easy. But yeah. Can you hear the screams of a soul enslaved? This must be why the halls of Gloomhorn have gone so still. Draw prayer from the everlasting pain. Do not avert your eyes. True. Community is an interesting bunch from the norm, but that's my family. True. It's fair enough. It's got a big audience, so... Why the hell not? How do I get up there? Like that. Hey, what's going on here? I'm tripping out. You know, they've got it down to an art form, these VTubers. I really give it a fucking... I'll give them that. It's something different completely. Bro, no. Oh, no. Shit. Ah, well. She was good while she lasted. Fuck, I was kicking ass on that shit too. Who's this? Suse. Suse. Who's that? True. These VTubers are fucking massive, man. Ah. I don't think I'm gonna find like a thing down here. Where's the little save? There we go. We'll just save here. This is a good spot. Alright, it's midnight. I've got another learner to prepare for a test, so I better get to it. Oh, bro, you're back. Sorry, bro. I'm about to leave. Whoops. How was that thing you were doing earlier? I full on forgot now. It's because everyone's been disappearing on me. I forgot you say you're getting some shopping. Was that it? Phasmophobia. Oh. Are you gonna get attacked by any maniacs with hammers? Phasmophobia. I think I might. I'll have to watch the people play it. I gotta write that down. Yeah. Does your bread go all, does it go stale? What is this? Oh, yeah. Does your bread go stale or does it go moldy? Ever since they, you know, they add too much sugar to it, so it all goes moldy. Bread used to just go hard as a rock and break your teeth, you know? That's the good stuff. Get pointless to guide you through the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's shit. It's not proper bread. I'll have to send you the video of how I made bread. That's like my first TikTok. I didn't edit it right, but you might like it. Because I got a TikTok and all that sort of stuff. Hold your hand so you go in fresh. Oh, ghost types, Banshee from Irish folklore, Diane from Indian and Pakistani folklore. Look at this, they've got a little bit of everyone, these ghosts, hey? Demon from Christianity, just demon. Diogen from Belgian folklore, Galu from ancient Mesopotamian religion. These are all the characters in the... Oh, sorry, Libra. Whoops. Go in fresh. Go in fresh. Yep. I get you. Alrighty, boys. It's been fun. It's been good. Hope you have a good day, good night. Stay magnificent. Until the next time, my friend. I will get that game. I will end up getting it. Alrighty. Take care. Bye-bye.